Hello everyone. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We are back once again with another On Our Radar interview. I'm Erica Danielle. I'm one of the digital editors here at Rare Radar. And tonight we have the privilege of speaking with Siergio. He's an artist and he just dropped his album Before It's Too Late. So tonight we're going to talk about his album, some of his favorite songs on the album, the current state of R&B, his musical influences, all that good stuff. So make sure y'all tune in, stay tuned. And there he is, on time. We like that. We love on time. Period. Up. Hi, Jess.
Yo,
Hello.
what's good?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good. I appreciate you being on time. We like that. We
Oh,
like
I,
punctuality.
I'm like, yo, I know y'all expect me, so I'm like, I gotta be there on time.
Period. Love it. Love the energy. Love to see it. So thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with us for a little bit. Why don't you just go ahead and start off by introducing yourself to people who don't know who you are?
Oh yeah, my name is Sergio, R&B superstar, future legend, singer, songwriter. I'm from Chicago originally. Now I live in LA, and I brought out this amazing album Before It's Too Late that I've been pushing, getting a lot of love from. So I'm just presenting it and sharing it with the world. You know what I mean?
Period. I love it. We're going to get into all of that later. So first, let's start off from the beginning. Okay, so how did you get started in music?
Dang, I started music. Um, I started singing when I was like 5 years old, and then
Mm-hmm.
college, I really like. I mean, I did talent shows in high school and things like that. I did some plays when I was a little shorty, but when I got to college, I really got a chance to get in the studio and start demoing records and cutting records for songwriters. And I had did a hook for one of my frat brothers, and then one of my homeboys was like, "Yo, I think you should really do this." And I was like, "You think I should do this?" And he was like, and then I released the song, and I started building fans, and then people were just loving me, and then I never let up. I never let up since Pretender. It was called Pretender.
Nice, nice. So you took a little bit of a hiatus after your sophomore album. So what inspired you to like just start dropping music again?
Well, the hiatus wasn't on purpose. I just want to be clear. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't. The pandemic happened. Like when, like I used those 2 years to like push the album, like to get it to the hands of all the people that it was intended, and I did that. But when it was time for me to release the new album, I came out to LA. I moved to LA, and they shut the entire city down. Well,
Yeah.
the world down. I'm sorry. Here we couldn't film, we couldn't do nothing. We really couldn't even be outside like that. So it was one of those situations where I was just like, "Yo, this is one of those albums where I need to be up close and personal. I need to be around people. I need to be able to perform. I need to just be able to share my vibe and just be able to tell people who I am through this music because I feel like this album is the most Sergio album in terms of like me just being vulnerable with my feelings and with my emotions. And I just knew there wasn't the type of album that I could be virtual with. You know what I mean? I wanted to be
Right.
able to go to different cities. I wanted to perform. I wanted to film music videos because I'm a visual artist as well. So that's where the hiatus came from. And it was a good hiatus, I'll tell you that, because it gave me time to breathe. It gave me time to experience different things. And it gave me time to really prepare this album and present it in the way that I wanted to present it. So I'm grateful for it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that the pandemic was so terrible to us. You know what I mean? We all went through a lot of different things, but I am grateful that it allowed me the opportunity to block out the noise.
For sure. And I actually asked this of a lot of people I interview, especially creatives, because I feel like as creatives, the pandemic either helped you or hurt you. And it sounds like it hurt you at first, but it sounds like you're able to kind of make the best out of it and just,
Yeah,
kind of, yeah, make it more positive.
yeah. It's funny because I just had told somebody yesterday when I was meeting up with one of my friends. I was like, even as anxious as I was to release this album, then I don't think it would have the same effect and reach the same amount of people that it's reaching right now. You know what I mean? So I just know that timing, is all things. God's timing is all things. So I just think that we have to just flow with whatever God wants us to flow, the direction. And I'm grateful for the pandemic just because it gave me the chance to build myself up. Because I think that we didn't really realize we had a lot of things we need to heal from and get through.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I think there's a little bit of a lag. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag. It's storming over here in St. Louis where I am, so
Uh,
yeah, there's a little bit of a lag. My bad. We're trying to work, trying to push through, make the best of it, you know.
yeah,
But going on to the album, which is called Before It's Too Late, you describe it as your best work. So why do you feel like it is your best work?
it's my best work just because I was able to discover myself through the album. I think that the way I live my life, I kind of live my life orderly. You know what I mean? Like everything is by the book. You know, I've always I don't think I've ever really had the opportunity to make a mistake. And when I was creating this album, I gave myself the clearance to make mistakes. I gave myself the clearance to feel, you know what I mean, to experience love, even if it was short term. I gave myself the clearance to just be rather than just try to get it all the time right. You know, I've gone through life trying to get everything right. But with this album, it wasn't about it being right. It was about it being authentic. It was about it being real. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to try to chase the waves of what was happening. Like I didn't want it to be like one of those things where it was just like, yo, his album sound like this person album. I just wanted it to be like Siergio. You know, that was important for me.
Right, makes sense. Speaking of the album, I just want to know what is your favorite song on the album?
Everybody always asks me that. Not say the same song low key, but it changes every day. But I think that switching up is probably the one that reaches me the most. I think that with switching up, I think that it gives me a chance to speak to my fans because, you know, when you going and you're trying different sounds, I play with folk sounds on this album. There's jazz moments, there is neo soul moments, there is um, different like a lot of acoustic sounds, and that was much different than my first two albums. So when I think about my fans, I just don't ever want them thinking I'm cheating on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So switching up is me talking to them like you're never gonna catch me switching up, effing up. You know what I mean? Doing the things that I'm not supposed to be doing to you because I do got the records like Complicated that kind of cemented my fan base. But then you have records like Eden where I do step out on faith and I try something different. I was intrigued by the story of Adam and Eve from the book of Genesis from the Bible. And I've
Mm-hmm.
always this fascination with that book of the Bible because I was forced to read the Bible. I was forced to go to church and things like that, whatever. And I love the Lord, you know what I mean? But I've always intrigued by the story of the Garden of Eden. So I made this song that represents that. So I really was trying different things on this project that I had never tried before. So, you know, when I think of the songs that are my favorite, like Clothes On is another favorite because to me, thematically, I feel like Clothes On sums the album up. I feel like the album is this product of somebody who is looking for something, but that something is within them already. And I discover a lot about myself on this project. You know, on the first line of Close On, I say it's dangerous to fall in love with somebody like me. I'm not the best at communicating how I'm feeling inside, but I'm not here for you to judge me. You know, and that is a really really prolific lyric because I feel that
And it's honest too.
it's very honest and vulnerable. I feel that I struggled with telling people how I feel. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I was raised in an environment where I felt that what I felt was of any value.
Right.
I've always been told to push through. You know what I mean? And just get over it. So on that record, I kind of peel the layers back. You know, a lot of people feel sexy when they hear that record, and I'm all for it. If you feel sex, you feel sex. But that is a record where I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to people really, and I'm just saying like, yo, before the way we're born in this world is our naked selves. Before the
Mm-hmm.
set away at us, before we have to become who the world tells us to be, we are someone, and I think that that's the most beautiful part about us, flaws and all, errors and all. So yeah, clothes on, switching up. I love the whole album.
Nice. Period. As you should. As you should. I think personally, Energy is my favorite song because I think it's a great album opener. Like, I think, because I'm very intrigued by, like, when people drop EPs or albums, like, song orders, like, really intrigue me. Because I'm always like, why did they choose to open this album with this? Or why did they choose to close it like this, you know? So I feel like Energy is a great album opener.
Appreciate that. Energy is definitely one of them ones where it's a different version of me. Even how I unearthed that song is funny, but I'm gonna keep it PG. You know what I mean? But no, like I think the energy was new. You know what I mean? It was just fresh for me because I started my records off very slow. Like all my albums, like Dollar Sign started off really slow, but it had a little hip hop feel into it. Then the second album, Catching Vibes, it takes you on this whirlwind, this mystical sound. You know what I mean? And I wanted to come off a little bit more sure of myself because I feel that when I made this album, I became more confident, and I just wanted to keep the album off in that confident tone. It was important.
Nice, nice. So outside of your own music, you know, like in your free time and things like that, who do you listen to when you just, you know, you just want to listen to music, or if you're trying to get some inspiration?
Ah, damn, I'll be listening to a lot of people, honestly. I'll be listening, like, I can tell you what I listen to. Typically, I mean, I'll be listening to, like, Italian classic.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy because people are like, what? I listen to, like, Italian opera. Like, I listen to jazz. I listen to R&B. I listen to a lot of yo, this is crazy. I don't even want to say this, but I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can judge me. Because in the last year since the pandemic, I listened to a lot of female rap.
Okay. We
I,
love it.
yeah, I never really had the I don't know, like it was only one rapper really, you know, when I mean I remember when I was a little kid there was Lil Kim and there was Foxy Brown and there was
Hmm.
and then Lauryn Hill, but then after that when I was growing up, like it was nobody but it was only Nicki Minaj. But then now it's like so many people, so I be listening to a lot of that. I be listening to what Dream Doll, I be listening to
I love Dream Doll. Shout
yeah,
out to Dream Doll.
so I would love to work with her. I listen to what's her name, Erica Banks a lot. I like Erica Banks. I think that her flow. I love that Southern flow. Megan Thee Stallion. I like how sexy she come off on the records. Malibu Mitch. I like her tone a lot. I
So you hip. You hip hip.
No, for real, for real. I be really listening to like Ken the Man. Like I be really vibing. Like my friends be putting me on, so I be like, yo, okay. I like to hear what females got to say because I feel that it was a long time that we didn't know what they were saying, what they felt. Really, you only have one female, so it kind of feel good just to see female empowerment and Cardi B. Cardi B make the club rock. You know, she
Hmm.
those vibes. So I like her a lot. But in terms of R&B, what my home is, what my heart is. I'm definitely listening to my peers. I listen to a lot of Ari Lennox. I listen to all her projects, like her album and her mixtapes. Before that, or EPs, I don't know what she classified them as. I listen to Alex Isley a lot. I love her. You know, Jasmine Sullivan. I mean,
Of course.
that's like my queen of R&B currently. Like, I just think that she's just an impeccable talent. I listen to Lucky Day a lot. I think that he's really killing it. That whole album, Candy Drip, he snapped. I'm always listening to Paint It. Paint It really, really. I think that inspired me a lot. You know, I listen to Kenyon Dixon. I think he's an amazing singer. I listen to love his new album. I listen to Tone. That's how you say his name, Tone Stith, or like
Hmm.
Fire. Um, I listen to SZA. You know, I'm running Control back nonstop like it's new, just because
Period.
that's one of them ones. You know what I mean? It's very seldom that you have an album that comes around and you just feel connected to it.
Hmm.
So SZA Control album, that's yeah crazy. And I'm listening to all the fresh sounds of like some of the hip hop guys, like you know what I mean. I'm listening to them too because I think music is in a good place right now. I just think that R&B needs to be recognized on higher platforms. But look, I don't think that R&B is not alive because that conversation is dead to me because before Slate is out. So
Yeah.
you know my album is if you felt that it was dead, you listen to my album and you know it's alive and well.
Yeah. That's actually really funny that you say that because I swear that was going to be my next question. What is your thoughts on the current state of R&B? Like that was you literally segued perfectly right into it.
I think the current state of R&B is fire. I just don't. I'm not saying. I don't think it's on a major. Like I don't think the major push is there, but I don't think that the records are not there. I think the talent is crazy right now. I think that we just need some kind of resurgence of it being on a popular popular placement, if that makes sense. Like you remember back in the day, like there was like room for R&B on the Hot 100. There was room for R&B on pop radio stations, but right now they're kind of just all shoving them to urban AC and things like that. So I just think that people need to do the research. I think that consumers gotta, they gotta want to fall in love again. They gotta want to feel that somebody is going through what they're going through. With this album, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people like my fans and consumers and people that never knew me, that just discovering me, and they're telling me like, "Yo, I went through that." This guy, it was crazy. It was a long ass message. He was like, "Yo, you don't gotta read it today, but just read it." He's one of my fans. He was like, "Just read it when you got time." And I was like, "All right." And then I just suddenly just stumbled because I try to have that relationship, that camaraderie with my fans. And he wrote me this long message. He was like, one thing about your music that I love is that he was like, for so long I've been looking for a male artist to show us that he feels, that he's not trying to like follow the waves or just try to lure women in and things like that, whatever. It's good that I found a male that I know actually has emotions, that loses, that games, that feels. And to me, that's what R&B is all about. So the current state of R&B is beautiful. I just hope that my album can reach the people that it's supposed to, but even reach the people that didn't know that they need it, because I think that's important.
True, true. I understand. It sounds like you're already starting to do that already. You're already there. You're already there. So hopefully more and more people get hip. So I definitely understand. So shifting gears a little bit. So in addition to music, I understand you also do a little bit of acting. So what made you want to get into acting, and then what projects have you done so far?
Well, I've been acting since I was a little kid. When I was 5 years old, I remember I'm from the south side of Chicago, so I grew up around the DuSable Museum, the South Shore Community Center, and my grandmother, she was doing stuff at the DuSable Museum when I was 5 years old, and there was like this audition for this play called The Man in the Mirror, and they were looking for a little boy to play the younger version of the adult in the play, and I begged her and begged her. She like, it's loud as hell, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Like, yo, no, like this is like you so young. I'm like, I love this. I want to do this. You doing this? I want to do it. My grandmother was in a lot of Chicago plays and things like that, so I auditioned and I got it. And from there, my love for acting just flourished. In Atlanta, I did a few projects, a few pilots, and things like that. One in particular was called the Urban Musical, and I was the lead on it. And it got picked up. I don't know what happened with it, but I filmed the whole season for it. So I don't know what happened with that, but I have been doing auditions out here. I've been getting a lot of callbacks, but like I think that there's still room for me to continue to expound on my talent and to strengthen my acting abilities, and for the right opportunity to come along. So, I'm just working with different people and just working on getting better with it, but just waiting on my moment, and not just waiting on my moment, but presenting myself for the right moment. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've always loved acting. I'm a really good actor.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. So it sounds like you got a lot going on. So what's next for you for the future? What can fans expect next from you?
Well, the album is fresh off. It's almost 3 weeks since the album been out, so now it's time for me to give y'all more visuals. It's time for me to give y'all more performances. I just came from Houston on a promo tour, and it was amazing. I performed. I had a listening party. I had a lot of different, meetings, a lot of radio station interviews. So more of that. I'm trying to go to different cities. There are some cities who love me. When I look at my streaming, Atlanta is my number one. You know what I mean? So I gotta definitely go out there and see my people. I have some shows out there coming up. I have a show in Miami coming up. I have some shows in Alabama coming up, even and hopefully like some Houston shows, because there's some inquiries there as well, some more Texas moments. But what's going forward is going to be me bringing this era full circle. I think that people release music and they sit on it and they just run from it, but I'm running towards this album. I think that this album is one of the best R&B albums I've heard in a very, very long time, and that's just not me just because I made it, but it's
Right.
a great album. And I think that I have to get out there and see the people. the pandemic, like I couldn't do it then, but I can do it now. So I'm trying to see people. I'm trying to feel people. I'm trying to do visuals. I am also a screenwriter, so I'm gonna be filming some of the things I've been writing. And you know, going forward, there's gonna be merch for the album. There's gonna be the physical albums are gonna be shipped out soon. There's going to be opportunities for people to have contests, go on dates with me. I know we've been talking about this date contest for a long time, but ladies, there's going to be, the moment is coming. We're going to have these dates, and there's going to be other contests that we can get fellas involved in and things like that, whatever. Because I have a lot of stuff that I want to give away, and I want to make my fans know that they are part of this era and this project. So I'm really excited about everything that's about to come. And yeah, I got the Leave Him video about to come. Of course, the Close On video is going to come. You know, Eden, there's going to be some special Eden moments. There's going to be some complicated live moments and acoustic moments. So I just want my fans, and even if you're not a fan, I want you to tune in because it's about to be a whole situation. It's the Siergio year. It's the year Siergio. So be on the lookout, radio. You be on the lookout for everything. I'm not going to talk too much because, you know, it's a lot of moving parts, but I'm looking forward to everything, and I am looking forward to more than anything seeing my fans because it's been a long time.
Nice, nice. I like how you said that, the year of Siergio. I like that. I feel like that's the best way to just like summarize everything. This is the year of Siergio. I love it.
Really?
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Go ahead and plug yourself. Tell people how they can follow you, stream your music, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I want everybody to follow me on Instagram. Y'all see what my Instagram is right now, but if you can't see it, it's at Siergio. That's Siergio. And it's the same on Twitter as well. And you can actually find me on TikTok, which I'm going to do a better job of posting on there. But it's Siergio with 2 I's, and it's Siergio, Siergio with 2 I's, and my website, Siergio Was Here, where you can find merch. You can find all the happenings about all my live performances and different things that I have going on. You can check me out. And the last and final words that I would say is thank you, first of all, for having me on the show and being able to, talk about this project and just talk about how much music means to me. And being able to share my gift with the world is one of the things that would never get old, and it will continue to feed me. So I feel great to be in spaces where I can be fed and feed. So thank you. And to all my fans who are out there watching, who are listening, I love y'all so much. You know, we are like this. We're like a family. I just ask you guys to continue to lift me up in prayer and just continue to support me and just continue to ride with me because, like I said, this year is going to be beautiful. It's already beautiful, but it's going to get even better. So keep rocking with me.
Period. Again, y'all, make sure y'all go check him out. Make sure I go follow him. Go stream his album right now before it's too late. What's up? I'm Erica Danielle. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to another honorary interview. Until then, peace out, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.